to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, we're going to do a hypnosis session designed to help you take more control of drinking alcohol. One of the key motives for this is that I was kind of reminded, really, I'd completely forgotten about the milestone, but it's been 4 years since I stopped drinking alcohol. And while it was a good decision for me to stop drinking alcohol entirely, I think for the majority of people, the goal isn't necessarily to quit drinking, but just to reduce the impact of excessive drinking. So excessive drinking normally leads to, let's say, inappropriate behavior. It could be heavy hangovers. It could even increase risky behavior and things like that. So this hypnosis session is not the session to get you to quit alcohol. I might do another session on that if that's what you want to do and it isn't the right choice for everyone. This is simply to reduce the impact of excessive drinking by giving you more of a sense of control and having post-hypnotic suggestions so that if you are drinking, you have, let's say, cravings and desires to do certain behaviors that would reduce the impact on excessive alcohol. If you like this session, you can get a free copy of it without the podcast just by going to my website, adamcox.co.uk. Use the coupon code FREE. You can get this completely free. And if you want help to manage any addiction, could be alcohol, could be smoking, could be a recreational drug of some kind, could be sugar or food, there will be a link nearby where you can book a free 30-minute consultation call to explore what it would be like to work with me one-on-one. But for now, find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation, and as you exhale, just get a sense that tension, stress, and any anxiety is leaving your body in your outward breath. As you breathe in and breathe out, if it's safe to do so, on the next outward breath, allow your eyelids to close, and in closing, just give permission to your body to fully relax. Position your body in a way to make you even more comfortable and continue to breathe in and breathe out, taking incrementally deeper breaths each time. Breathing in for slightly longer, and as you exhale, exhaling for a slightly longer outward breath. And that slowing down of the breath will mean that on the next breath in, it naturally takes in more oxygen, and just believe that as you exhale, anything that isn't serving you leaves your body in your outward breath. Breathing in and breathing out, and I want you to create a feeling of being in control. What would that be like for you to get the balance just right? as you think about certain areas in your life, I want you to think about an area of your life where the balance is already at the optimum level. And maybe that area in your life is when it comes to drinking water. It's unlikely that you drink too much water, or in fact, don't drink enough, because your body will get thirsty and let you know to drink a bit more. So you don't have to think how much is the right amount of water to drink. It may be a different area of your life where the balance is just right. And then I wonder what it would be like if this balance was naturally applied to how you start thinking about drinking alcohol. As you breathe in and breathe out, just entertain the idea that how you think about alcohol and the beliefs that you have are probably influencing your subconscious choices. And many people believe that if 1 or 2 drinks are good, then even more are better, creating the possibility of drinking to excess, getting to the level of getting drunk, and all the potential problems that is linked to that. And I wonder what would happen if we activate that part of your subconscious mind that already knows how to get the balance right. To know when to ease off, to know when too many has taken place. As you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to create a movie in your mind's eye of the very next time that you might be doing something that involves alcohol. And I want you to imagine that even before you go out, you have an intention, a guideline, an approximate amount that you will intend to drink on that particular evening. Or perhaps it's not a quantity of a number of drinks. Maybe it's an amount of money that you spend on those drinks. Whatever works for you is exactly the right thing it should be. I want you to get a sense that having the intention to have maybe 3 or 4 drinks in an evening will naturally mean that you want to make the most of those 3 or 4 drinks. Anything that is perceived to be in infinite quantity is never valued. Imagine that you could only have 100 bottles of water for the next year. Would you waste that water? Would you have 3 or 4 bottles in a single day? Or would you make the most of each sip, each glass, each bottle, only drinking when you're thirsty? Imagine that next evening out that involves alcohol, where you have an idea of how many drinks you'll be drinking with a decision that it's quality, not quantity. You don't have to plan every single evening out forever, but just on the evening or the occasion, have an intention of what will be your limit. And if you're offered drinks that involve spirits or higher strength alcohol, maybe have a smaller size a small glass of wine rather than a large, one measure of spirits rather than a double, and just get a sense that you don't need alcohol. You may want it, you may like it, but you don't need it. Entertain the idea of having alcohol-free alternatives in between your drinks. It doesn't have to be a glass of water. It could be a soft drink, a juice, or perhaps an alcohol-free beer in between the other drinks that you drink. And every now and then, just decide to take a break. If you find yourself drinking so fast that you're starting to lose control, just decide to take a break and slow down the pace. And sometimes people feel a pressure to drink because the people around them are drinking. But nobody would know if you're drinking a vodka and lemonade or if you were drinking sparkling water. Nobody would know if you're drinking beer that contains alcohol or an alcohol-free alternative. Accept the suggestion that it's quality, not quantity. Accept the suggestion that you don't need alcohol, even if you desire it. And entertain the suggestion that by maintaining control, you immune and inoculate yourself from those heavy hangovers, from stepping over those boundaries, those limits that you wouldn't cross if you weren't drinking alcohol. And finally, set yourself the intention that whenever you're finished, to have a large glass of water before you sleep to enable your body to hydrate. And even if you wake up the next morning with a desire to go to the toilet, that additional hydration will reduce any feelings of a hangover the next day. Breathe in and breathe out and get a sense that it's better to be in control than to lose control. It's better to have moderation than excess. One meal is good, but to have 5 meals in the same evening would just cause problems for your body and make you feel sick. You already know in many areas of your life how to get the balance right, and you are now unlocking those resources whenever you go out and alcohol is involved. Now it's time to return to the present, listening to my voice. And I want you to get a sense that very soon I will count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. But you will awaken with a new outlook, changing your relationship with alcohol so that it only gives you good things and none of the bad things. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. You're in your own physical body right now as I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.